Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stefanie Drysdale's weekly cybersecurity recap for Friday the 13th, episode 123. If anything is true of today, I probably should have stayed in bed. But let's see what happens, Miss Stefanie. Take it away. What's happening in the cyber world?
So this week, MakeYouSubcom shared 12 legitimate uses for the dark web. So 12 legitimate reasons. First was circumventing government censorship. So governments around the world attempt to control what their citizens can see online. So the dark web can actually help hide a citizen's online activities from a surveilling government. 2, anonymous email. So with a number of encrypted email services available on the surface web, users looking for a little bit of extra anonymity can head on over to the dark web. So the best known email service on the dark web is Proton Mail, which I'm a big fan, which is supported by Tor Network, protects their users' privacy, combats censorship, and avoids the surveillance of their users. 3 is anonymous collaboration with journalists. So some people, such as whistleblowers, might only feel comfortable contacting journalists under the veil of anonymity. 4 is visit news outlets. So while the web is accessible worldwide to anyone with an internet connection, international governments sometimes block news websites. So the dark web has been a handy tool in combating this kind of censorship. 5 is contact the CIA anonymously. While the dark web may seem an unlikely place for a government agency to be present, the website is aimed at people who want to contact the CIA but are concerned about being tracked. So 6 is access to academic research. The American Journal of Freestanding Research Psychology on the dark web solved the conundrum of having to pay a hefty fee to access a single article by hosting academic papers on its site for free and without the worry of the legality of accessing the articles. So as every academic paper hosted on the site was submitted by the original authors. 7 is use ad-free search engines. So some search engines like DuckDuckGo have mirrors on the dark web. Here you can search the dark web while both protecting your anonymity and not seeing advertisements. This way your searches are anonymous and you can avoid annoying advertisements. 8 is secure cryptocurrency wallets. While cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have countless benefits, one of the major drawbacks is that every transaction is public and traceable. So dark web services like Wasabi Wallet and Shadow Wallet use a variety of techniques such as coin joins and tumbling to enhance the anonymity of Bitcoin transactions and make it difficult to trace a particular coin. Still don't recommend doing anything illegal with that though. 9 is access social media. Some of our favorite social media platforms on the surface web, among them Twitter and Facebook, have launched mirrors on the dark web for users who wish to avoid government monitoring. 10 is you can listen to online radio. A number of radio sites live on the dark web where you can select the station of your choice. 11, find niche content. Dark web is home to numerous communities and blogs and sites that host the niche and specialized content. And 10, participate in forums and chat boards. The dark web's home to chat boards and forums that bring communities together who want to talk about things anonymously that they might be uncomfortable discussing otherwise. All of this is really good stuff, but use caution as you could potentially stumble into something more nefarious. ZDNet shared an article titled How to Delete Yourself from Internet Search Results and Hide Your Identity Online. You can completely hide your identity online because you're not the only person sharing things about you. Data aggregators and other things are sharing about you, but there are some ways that you can really remove a lot of that and take some stuff down yourself if you're an individual, or obviously reach out to myself if you're trying to tackle this, for an executive or your CEO or your leadership team. Way too much to go into here, but I will be sure to link it for you below. Bob Carver shared Gizmodo's article titled Hackers Infiltrate Multiple U.S. Law Enforcement Data Systems, report shows. Apparently, all access 16 internal databases used by federal agencies was a username and a password. Internet security blogger Brian Krebs reported Thursday that hackers had accessed more than a dozen U.S. law enforcement agency portals under the Department of Justice, including those used by the DEA and the FBI. Krebs was tipped off that hackers were reportedly able to infiltrate the network through a DEA system containing information analytics useful for ongoing investigations. The hacker apparently gained access to the databases May 8th through the DEA's Epic Systems portal, which is distinct from the esp.usdoj.gov portal that requires more strict government authentication. Krebs wrote that the Epic system apparently only requires a username and password without even a request for two-step authentication. Mark Eggleston shared ZDNet's article titled "Ransomware has gone down because sanctions against Russia are making life harder for attackers." The number of ransomware attacks has gone down in recent months because sanctions against Russia are making it harder for cyber criminals to organize attacks and receive ransom payments. Of course, this doesn't mean we can all relax and not worry about ransomware now, but it is nice to see that something is having a positive effect on our quest to decrease and prevent the threats. And that is what I have for you all this week. I hope everyone is well and enjoying the springtime-like weather that we're getting. Actually, we're getting more like Arizona weather like you, Chuck, here in Chicago this week. It's been about 90.
Oh, you beat us this week because we're not even 90. We're like in the 80s this week. So congratulations. Now, let's see if you
Thank you.
think
I'm not sure it's a thing we want to win.
Well, not necessarily. We were 117 for 2 weeks last year, so that's not a good place to be.
Nope. Well, I hope everyone enjoys the weekend, and I will look forward to seeing you all next Friday.